Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Harry Potter Summer 2022 news video. Yes, I know, we're not even in 2022 yet, but we have prices and something really crazy when it comes to one of these sets. We're also going to talk about the potential of what this summer wave could be and what they may be missing out on. So anyways, talk about all that. So let's go through the sets here from promo bricks that we know about. We have the first set here, which is set number 76400. This is going to be retailing for $19.99 USD or $24.99 Canadian. Might be $29.99 with some licensed sets. Then we have set number 76401 for $49.99 USD or $59.99 Canadian. Set number 76402 for $79.99 USD or $109.99 Canadian. Set number 76403 for $99.99 USD or $139.99 Canadian. We have set number 76404 for $44.99 USD, so that'll probably be $54.99 Canadian. That is the advent calendar, and the price for that has actually gone up $5 there, which makes sense. It's licensing fees, and the advent calendar prices do jump every so often, and you know what, it's fine. You know, I really think that the advent calendars, I'd pay whatever for them, because I think that they're just such a fun idea, and I want more. I really want more for other themes. So glad Harry Potter's getting another one next year. This last one was my favorite. You can check out the review for that. Set number 76405, retailing for $469.99 USD, or that, I don't even know. Let's just throw on $100 there, so $569 Canadian. And that's what I titled in the video, $500 set plus taxes. It's going to be $500, just round up. So $500 on a set. I'm not going to call it $470. It's $500. That is insane. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we'll come back to that in a second. Set number 76406, $49.99 USD. So that'll be $59.99 Canadian. And then set number 76407 for $89.99 USD. That'll be $119.99 Canadian. And then lastly, set number 76408 for $119.99 USD. So that'll be $149.99 Canadian, if not more. But that seems about right, the conversion there. So what to talk about first? Let's talk about that $500 set, which is probably why most of you clicked on this video. So that set is insane to me. And I think that, like everyone thinks, what could this be? Everyone immediately jumps to Gringotts. And I agree. I think it has to be Gringotts for a number of reasons. Number one, it has been a year since we got Diagon Alley, so I think an expansion, you know, doing an expansion every other year or something like that is really good. I think that just looking at that price point and looking at what Diagon Alley was, being $399 USD, so $400, and that came with 4 buildings. Now, Gringotts is going to be the biggest one, and I would assume that they also put the dragon on top simply because from, Universal, going down the street and seeing that dragon on top breathing fire, I think that it just makes so much sense for it to be on the top there. Now, what this allows you to do is, because for whatever reason, there's been a ton of statements about why they won't do Deathly Hallows sets. I think that this would allow them to have it be a Deathly Hallows set, putting that on top, but at the same time, you could ground it in it being a, Philosopher's Stone, and any other time that they go to Diagon Alley and it's at the bottom of the street. So I think that it just makes so much sense doing that. You could also get some other shops in that price to expand on your Diagon Alley. Obviously, I'm not saying that it would be $500 on its own. I'm not saying that. I think that you could get some other shops here. Inside that, there's still, there's so many other shops if you just Google it. It's crazy. I'd love more colors and variety to go with the Diagon Alley. I would just love the idea that they are returning to do this, to expand upon one of the greatest Harry Potter sets of all time. But besides that, I'm not too sure what there could be for that price point. And I know, I'm sure that myself, I guarantee you I said that in the video when we heard about the Hogwarts Icons series, the price for that, and we were like, well, I have no idea what else this could be besides a Gringotts. But this, I think, looking at it logically, they could do an expansion, they could do some other shops, and then plus like a huge dragon on top. I think that the price for that is 100% justified. And even looking at like the new hotel, this is what a lot of people have said as well, is that it was nice to see how they could do an angle like that for Gringotts on a base plate. So it's a good kind of template to see the shape of it, or at least minimum the angle, I mean. So really awesome. I'm so excited for that. I think all my eggs are in that. There is another potential, and I've seen a lot of people asking for this as well, and it's a Hogwarts Castle expansion. We don't have everything in that set from the Hogwarts Castle. There's not all the different locations and all the other buildings. And when I was building it this summer, I absolutely loved the thing. I was not expecting to like it at all. I did a whole separate video talking about that. But I did notice, because I've had in the back of my mind, people always saying, can we get an expansion? And there is actually room for an expansion. All you would have to do is remove some of the pieces in the back that's covering up some of the Technic holes, and you could actually connect it. And I wonder if that was intentional. So I definitely see that as a possibility. I know that it's been a few years. That came out in 2018. But I think that with that price, you could probably finish the rest of the Hogwarts Castle, and I think that would be a really sought after thing as well. Again, I think that unless they have some radical idea of what this could be, I don't really know what else they could do for that price. The only other thing would be the Ministry, which would just be fantastic. Like I love the look of that. Like imagine the statue out in the front and all that. Obviously it would be family friendly and Lego wise, but I would love that as well. It could probably be that. Honestly, now the more that I'm thinking about that, there is a potential for it to be that in all the different rooms, and we see a lot of that in Fantastic Beasts 2 as well. So that'd be pretty fun, not gonna lie. That would be really awesome. But I think I'm still leaning more towards Gringotts. But anyways, what else could we get here? I've been saying for a while we really need Dumbledore's office, and I think that could potentially be a part of whatever the Hogwarts expansion is for that wave, the $120 set. So I think that, I'm hoping that's what it could be. I would love for that, but again, I'm not too sure. I would love for these to be Deathly Hollow sets. I would love to be able to sit here and be like, it's finally happening, but I don't think so, unfortunately. I don't know why they're not wanting to do that, but maybe this is the year. Who knows? The other thing, though, that I know I'm going to see some comments about is, are we getting sets for the Secrets of Dumbledore? And I don't think so, because that movie comes out in April, which means that those sets would be coming out in March minimum. Like looking at the Batman sets, those came out really early before the movie. But with this here, it comes out 3 months before Batman. So looking at Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, we would be having those sets coming out in January. We would have heard about them. We would have seen them by now. We are a little over a week away from January. So I don't think that we're going to be getting sets for that. The last one sold horribly. It is technically a year for a Harry Potter minifigure series. Could there be some figures in that? I'm still really waiting for a young Dumbledore. I really want that, to have a Jude Law figure like that. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I think that, if anything, it could maybe be a summer wave. But even the Crimes of Grindelwald, it only had one set, really. So I don't know. I really don't. I love that suitcase set from the first Fantastic Beasts movie. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. And I love the first movie. It's my favorite Harry Potter movie. So anyways, what do you think of all this? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are you thinking for the other sets? You know, I think some more stuff from the Triwizard tournament would be really awesome to get some of the other challenges. I think that's another possibility, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyways, everyone, comment down below what you think any of these sets could be. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.